Welcome back, everyone, to the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video, the edition for Monday evening, October the 7th, 2019. First of all, hey, how about this sunset this evening? I expect to get some pictures this evening of the sunset. Fiery sunset as the back edge of the clouds is lining up just right with our sunset this evening and producing a fiery-looking sky. Weather pics at WFMJ.com, P-I-C-S. That's our email address. Of course, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with any pictures of this evening's sunset. I'm recording this at 7:06, so the sun went down about 15 minutes ago. And bottom of these departing clouds being illuminated by that sun below the horizon. Looks really great out there. I had a cool day today, kind of a gloomy day, despite that beautiful sunset this evening. Overall, the flavor of the day was clouds and cool temperatures. We stopped in the upper 50s this afternoon. It was warmer off to the west where the sun came out later in the afternoon. Toledo and Detroit made it into the 70s this afternoon. All right, actually, yes, it was kind of gloomy, but some beneficial rains have occurred over the last 24 hours or so, especially in southern Ohio. These areas are particularly drought-stricken in the latter half of summer and early fall, even getting into a severe drought in parts of Kentucky. So this was needed rain that fell over the last 24 to even 36 hours. Around our area, the highest amounts were south of 224 in some of our drier areas, Columbiana County included, 1 inch to 1 1/4 inch or so totals. Pretty likely. Amounts definitely lowered as you got off to the north. Some places were closer to 1/10 of an inch or a 1/4 of an inch. But some nice rain. Yes, it made for kind of a not the best looking day today, but we did need it. The rain is pushed off to the east this evening, and we're not going to see any more rain around here until the start of the weekend. A nice stretch of weather lies ahead. All right, big story for tonight. Tomorrow morning, I think, is going to be some locally dense fog. Visibility could be reduced quite a bit as Tuesday gets underway, as the sky clears this evening, and we still have some residual low-level moisture in the very bottom of the atmosphere with calm winds. That's a recipe for some fog, especially at this time of the year. This is our fog season. As we get into mid-fall, the longer nights make fog more likely than earlier on in the year. Once the fog burns off, beautiful day tomorrow. High pressure builds off to the east, and we'll zip through the next few days quickly, because it's nothing but sunshine for Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, and Thursday. Big coastal storm above my head here will bring some wind and some rain and perhaps even some coastal erosion to parts of New England. That's going to be a pretty good-looking nor'easter that's going to kind of hang around, but we're too far to the west to see any impacts from that here. Just beautiful weather right through Thursday. In fact, Friday looks great as well. I think we're fine for high school football. I think for Saturday, there's a home YSU game, and many people have outdoor plans on a Saturday in October, maybe heading to White House, maybe attending a wedding, and I think there's going to be a chance for some showers on Saturday. It's certainly not a washout, but it's going to be a breezy day, and showers could kind of come and go. I think that's our only chance for rain over the next 7 days. Now, the medium range here, the 6 to 10 day period, this may be our last period in October in which below average temperatures, at least for a couple of days, are pretty likely. I think it's looking pretty mild second half of October compared to the average, of course. And, as I often say in this video, remember, this time of the year, the averages are falling quickly. So a mild day in late October means a 58-degree day. Now, 58 degrees like we had today is still below average, but that's not the case later in the month. But yeah, compared to the averages, I'm seeing mild trends in the longer range. So this 6 to 10 day period may be kind of our last cool shot for a while. You see some evidence of that in the 8 to 14 day outlook. Notice the reds and oranges starting to make more of an appearance across the Ohio Valley and into the eastern U.S. as well. So warmer days are ahead. All right, this evening, I thought I'd take a look at the European model. Sometimes I show you the European model long-range outlook that takes us out through the next month. Now, this evening, I'm going to show you the monthly outlooks for the next several months. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are you're savvy enough to know that you got to take these things with a grain of salt. But it is interesting to look at, especially as we approach the winter season. My annual winter forecast is 1 month away. It'll be on November the 7th this year, which is a Thursday. It's the Thursday after Election Day. And the winter forecast is kind of in its embryonic stages right now. I'm just starting to look at a few things, but I haven't really taken a deep dive into the data just yet. But just for fun, I thought I'd show you what the European model is showing here. This is October, jiving with the overall October forecast of warm in the east, chilly in the west. It has a lot of warmth on the map in November, and here's December. A lot of oranges in the eastern U.S. If this has the right idea, and I can't really say for sure if it does or not, if it has the right idea, winter will get off to a slow start here locally, with the west doing pretty well with cold and snow, the east looking pretty mild, if this is the right idea. In fact, the European monthly outlooks take this trend all the way into January. That's a warm-looking map east of the Rockies. Interestingly, it does drop the hammer in February, with finally some blues showing up east of the Rockies. This is not all that dissimilar from the way winter was expected to go last year, with a slow start and then a big end of the season in February. That big end never really materialized. In fact, February ended up being pretty mild compared to the average, and it kind of ruined many people's, including my, winter forecast last year. It's interesting that the European model is kind of advertising a similar setup, even though the atmospheric and oceanic conditions this year are quite a bit different than last year. No El Nino this year, no La Nina this year. It's what we call ENSO neutral, or La Nada, in other words, going on in that part of the Pacific Ocean. But there's a lot of other factors that go into a winter forecast, and we'll be dropping some hints as I get a little more familiar with the data over the next few weeks, and then we'll do our official winter forecast 1 month from today on November 7th. Thanks for checking out the October 7th Weather for Weather Geeks. Go Browns tonight, and I'll see you back here on Tuesday.